My name is Shalvie Friedman, and I work over here at Aish UK. I remember as a young girl being incredibly offended by the story about the mirrors. Remember the story about the women who want to donate their mirrors for the kior, for the sink, the basin in the mishkan, in the temple. And people were outraged. How could it be that these images of vanity are going to be used to build something in our holy temple? And God said, no, you don't understand. These are not merely images of vanity. These are items that have been used by these righteous women to secure the future of the Jewish people. Now, what offended me about this? Well, the truth is there are many different readings of this midrash, of what exactly the women did with those mirrors that allowed them to continue the Jewish world and the Jewish family. The version that I learned as a young child, which is maybe the one that's most popular, is that the women would look in the mirrors to beautify themselves. And then they went out to their husbands looking beautiful in the fields, and they managed to convince their husband to continue their family unit and to rebuild their families. And that offended me because I thought, so what? What makes women so righteous is their ability to look pretty? And then I had the merit of sitting in the Beit Midrash of Nishmat to sit with some of the greatest thinkers and teachers of female education in the world. And I sat and learned the Midrash with Simi Peters. And she explained to us that there are many different versions of this actual text, but perhaps the most authoritative or the most original of the texts is not about the women beautifying themselves with the mirrors. In fact, the Midrash suggests that the women took the mirrors with them out into the fields. And they took the mirrors and they stood next to their husbands and held the mirrors in front of them. They weren't looking at a reflection of themselves. They were looking at a family portrait, a vision of themselves as a family. You see men in conditions of intense slavery lose any sense of kavod, of dignity, of identity. Their heads go downwards and they become what their oppressors want them to be, numbers. The feminine energy says no. I know that right now we are drenched in tragedy. But look, you are not a number. You are my husband. And no, you are not a nobody. You are a human being. Don't look down, look forward. There is so much potential. There is so much in the future that can be good. Let's hold on to that. And so the Gemara tells us, B'zchut Nashim Tzidkaniyot nigalu miMitzrayim. It was in the merit of these righteous women, these visionaries, full of hope and optimism, that the Jewish people were redeemed from Egypt. And the Midrash continues and it says, in the merit of those same women, Atidin lehigael, in the future we too will be redeemed. And if you think back to Jewish history all the way to present time, it's been woman after woman after woman who's inspired the nation and given them hope in times of tragedy. Mothers, wives who've experienced terrible losses and turned to the community around them and given them hope and given them a vision of what could be. As we look in our mirrors and we see our family unit and our family portrait, and we hope and we long for a better tomorrow where families can be reunited and people can continue to live in harmony and peace together. Chag kasher v'sameach, happy Pesach.